Showing up is living life authentically. I'm Nancy Regan. I'm on a mission to connect with fascinating people who are contributing to the world around them in dynamic ways, making it a little better, brighter, or more beautiful. Join me for the journey. I'm showing up today at the workshop of Ransford Naugler. He is a well-known Nova Scotia folk artist, but you'd never know it because he has no ego. He is the most authentic, humble, lovely person, and he has a huge heart that comes through in all his work.
I'm Ransford Naugler, and I make folk art. I make all kinds of stuff, bugs, birds, bears, anything at all. Everybody doesn't like it, but there's always people that comes that does, and put a smile on their face.
There's a saying that everything in your home should either be very practical or it should give you some kind of joy. Well, Ransford's art gives people joy. It makes them happy, and no wonder. He's happy when he's doing it, and it just makes the world a better, beautiful place. Ransford.
Hi.
It's good to see you, my friend.
Nice seeing you.
Are you accepting hugs today?
Oh, I always accept a hug.
How's life been treating you?
Oh, really well.
Good. I can't wait to get into that workshop of yours.
You're coming in the workshop and have a little visit and look at a few things.
Let's do it.
Let's go in and have a little look at this.
Oh, Ransford. This is exciting. This is like a brand new piece waiting to happen.
It is. I think I can see a fish in there, actually.
Can you?
Yeah, I think I see him.
It's kind of magic to see this pile of logs in his workshop because it looks like a bunch of wood to me, but I know for him, he's already seeing the pieces he's going to create. And then I can think, those are going to be beautiful works of art that are going to be in people's homes, making them happy every day.
I'm going to cut the sap line off because that sap line, I don't like that on my folk art. Might bleed through. And then the next piece will be the fins. And then the next piece, here's the fish, right in here.
And can you see what color he is?
Oh, he's going to be red.
I think a lot of people have different answers to the question, what is folk art? For me, it is real, raw, and untrained. It's not being done according to a certain instruction. It's just a way an artist who has taught themselves how to carve or paint puts beauty together.
I was sawing firewood and one had a hump onto it. And it looked like the beaver's back, so I took my chainsaw and started to saw him out. And I took my old jackknife and my chisels and whatever I had there. It wasn't too much, but I got a beaver. And I enjoyed making it a lot, so I just kept on going. And it started from there.
This is one of my favorite places, I think, in Nova Scotia.
Well, thank you.
And the fact that you've got it filled with folk art right now.
Yes, well, they're going to a folk art festival, so
yeah,
I had to have some pieces.
And usually they fly out of here so fast that you don't have pieces sitting around.
Oh, yeah, that's the reason mostly I don't have a sign up down there because I don't have nothing to show anybody. So.
And didn't you find when you tried putting a folk art sign at the end of your driveway, things got too crazy?
Oh, crazy, yeah. Oh,
what was
crazy.
happening?
Oh, sometimes 5, 6 cars in the yard at one time. Yeah.
And you couldn't get any work done?
No, gosh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
There even was, like, tour buses coming along there and about 30 jumping out there and filling the building up, and, oh, it was wild altogether.
Did you feel like a movie star?
Whew, I felt floaty.
Floaty?
Yeah.
I love this workshop so much. And you know, it's sort of symbolic. Like if you buy a little figure that's made in a factory somewhere, it's probably made on an assembly line. This is where you get the real deal. You've got him with his vice grip and a big piece of wood, and it looks like a piece of wood to me, but to him, it already looks like a fish. I've never seen one like that of yours.
It's a team.
It's a team.
It's all carved out of the one piece of wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I call it a team of fish. You can go pick them up if you like.
And what was your inspiration for this?
Oh, when I was out fishing, I always seen a whole bunch of fish up at the top of the water, like little fish, like, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, they look like they're teaming up, you know. So when I got home, I made a team of fish.
Wow, and
Yeah.
it's all one piece of wood.
All one piece of wood. It's connected down here on the bottom there and that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is there one that you think is the leader?
No, they're all the same. They all just team along together.
Part of a team.
Yep, part of a team.
Yeah, I love that. A lot of folk art has a sense of humor, and the stuff that I love really just goes right to your heart and makes you smile. You can't help but smile when you look at it. Oh my gosh, what a wealth.
This is a rare bird here.
I'm gonna pick this guy up. If he doesn't mind.
He's a rare bird. He kind of bend around the corner there and talk to people, you know. And, yeah. And I ain't quite got him finished. I got to do his tail up there some. And
what are you doing to the tail?
I gotta do like an outline of that in some color, maybe orange. I don't know for sure. And same with the wings. I'm going to put a little orange onto it to make him pop.
Yeah.
And to make him happy.
And do you just see it, do you see it finished and then work toward that?
Oh, I can.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a vision.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness.
I never expected anything like this ever to happen. I just thought it was just a little something that I started, you know, that was just going to maybe wind up to be a lawn ornament or something, you know. But everything went well and took off, and away she went.
Tell me about this piece.
It's a brand new piece I'm making. I call it the halibut boat. And I figured I'd make it hanging on the wall because some people doesn't have room on their floor.
Yeah.
So I made it to hang on the wall. It's going to have like different pieces, like 3 different little halibuts on there, and some people standing inside there with maybe a dog on the nose up the front there, and something jumping out the back, maybe.
I haven't seen you do a lot of pieces like that are carvings that actually hang on the wall.
No, I don't. I sometimes make fish.
Yeah.
But not something like that. That's a brand new piece.
I love the idea. It's probably because some of your customers have no more room.
Yeah.
So they have to start putting your stuff on their walls.
That's right, yeah.
All of your pieces, if they have eyes, they have blue eyes.
Blue eyes, yeah.
Tell me why that is.
My dad had blue eyes, and I said I'm going to put blue eyes in everything I make.
So it's a way to honor him.
It is, yeah.
And there's a way that you honor your mom, too, I think.
It sure is. You notice all the black hair.
Yeah.
My mom had black hair.
Oh, isn't
So
that great?
I got a little bit of mom and dad in there.
Ransford is a human being unlike any other, and he's also an artist unlike any other, with an incredible body of work. Every time I walk into this work shed of yours, I feel good.
That's the way I meant it to happen.
Yeah. So have other people said the same?
Oh yeah, I get a lot of people telling me that.
What do you think it's about?
I think it's about my folk art. The way I paint it up and stuff, it makes them happy. And they tell me when they get up in the morning, they come out around the corner and they said, oh, and then they get a smile on. Yeah.
I think it's about you, too.
Well, do you think?
Tell me what you were like when you were a little boy.
Oh boy, I was probably all over the place. I worked a lot, even when I was a little kid.
Doing what?
Weeding gardens and whatever, just to make a couple dollars, you know. My dad worked in the woods and he didn't have much money, so we did what we could just to keep a few dollars in our pocket. Yeah.
So as you grew up, what sort of odd jobs were you doing?
Well, as soon as I got old enough, I started mowing lawns and things like that. And after that, I went out on the fish draggers and was a deckhand out there for quite a few years.
So just describe that life to me.
That was a hard life. Yeah. You fell around a lot, and you did a lot of fish.
You fell around, you mean because the boat was, really?
Yeah, you was down sometimes and you had to crawl your way back up. It was quite rough sometimes.
So how did you make this transition from being a fisherman to being a folk artist?
I started to pick up shells and stuff off the boat, and I seen stuff in them. And I come home, and one day I said, well, there it was, that beaver. And I started to do that, and well, I said, gee, I must make an eagle, you know. And I did get one, and it kept going.
So these pictures are your pieces from all over the years.
Oh, there's a lot of my life on that wall. Yeah, like, I think 38 years.
Wow.
I have some yet in the photo albums and things like that.
Can you point out to me the first Mountie that you did? Can you show me that Mountie?
Yeah, sure I can. Yep. It should be this one right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that should be him.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What was it like when that first customer came and picked up the red-coated Mountie?
Well, I didn't know I was worked up, you know. I didn't know what to expect, you know. And oh, she loved it. And she put it in the back of her car and drove it to somewhere down towards New York, I think. And somewhere going down through, she got a glimpse of it in the mirror, and I guess she jumped right clear of the seat. She forgot it was there.
And at that stage, how did it feel for you when you were actually doing the carving and the painting?
I felt really proud, you know, after a while. I felt proud of doing it and everything, and I kind of included that in all my life.
I know you did Mounties through the years,
yeah,
but they shifted and changed, and I guess your work did as well. They say that artists should always keep pictures of their work to show how they've come along, how they've evolved.
I didn't realize that at all. I just took the pictures like to show people. Yeah. So I didn't realize they even changed on the pictures.
What I'd love for you to do is talk to me about the pictures.
Well, one winter I was not doing anything really for anybody else but myself. Yeah. So I decided, well, I'm going to make a band of bears. So I made a 4-piece band, and I made their instruments and all that kind of stuff, and they looked pretty good, you know. And then a guy from Connecticut came by, and he said, whoa, he said, what's that, he said. And I told him, I said, it's a band of bears. And he said, they're mine, he said. Don't you sell them to anybody else, he said. So he kept them at my shop for about, must have been 2 or 3 weeks. And he brought a truck and he took them and drove them back to Connecticut. Then after a while, I said, well, that needed a piano player in there. So I made a piano player, and he came up and he said, whoa, he said, that's gonna fit right in my band, he said. So he took that home and slipped it in the band. I never did get the whole shot of the whole works of them. But
so all those Nova Scotia bears live in Connecticut now?
They're in Connecticut, yep.
That's
Cornwall
awesome.
Bridge, Connecticut.
When did you get the idea to do bears like this with the nails?
Well, actually, that guy there was down doing a hula dance. So I called that the hula bear.
What gave you that idea?
I don't know. I was just get down there and do a little hula.
Oh my gosh.
And this guy here is a juiced up bear. He drinks orange juice. He got a nice smile, look.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all smiling.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then I made little tables with paintings on to them and put plexiglass on top so they couldn't get scratched or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a folk art family Christmas tree there. Oh, wow. It held like 90 ornaments. I had it all drilled up for 90 ornaments to hang on wires like down.
Wow.
Yep.
And you made the angel on top too?
I did, yeah.
How old would you say you are there?
I think in probably maybe late 40s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The toilet seat. I don't want to paint any more of them though. They wiped me out.
Okay.
God.
They wiped me out.
Oh
That's
gosh.
good.
Yeah, because I had to do like 3 paintings. As you flipped it up, it was like it had to add to this painting.
Yes.
So it was all one painting, and when you had everything up, it was like this here. Sailboats going past the island, you know, and people on the beach, and you know, stuff like that there as we come up.
Oh, thank you for sharing these with me.
Oh my goodness, that's no problem at all.
your work sparks joy for people.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's the way I made it to happen.
And that's it. You intend for that. So what is your process when you start a piece of work? What do you want to achieve with it?
I like to see it come out. I like to make it happy, and when I paint it, I like to paint it nice and bright to make people, feel it really good over it. Yeah.
But there's also humor in it.
Oh yeah, I get a little humor going on once in a while.
Give me some examples of how you sort of carve your humor right into your work or paint it right into your work.
Well, I don't know. It seems to just happen. As I go along, I feel pretty happy over it, and so I think my folk art gets happy.
I think that in this world where there's a lot of stress, you are giving people a little bit of light in their days. How does that feel?
Oh gosh, that makes me feel real good. Yeah, I like doing that.
Ransford has been carving and painting amazing works of art for almost 40 years now. I am a fan and a friend, and I'm about to be possibly his first collaborator. I think that we're going to get to play a little bit together. Do you think of doing folk art as work or play?
It's kind of in between. Yeah, it's something I love to do. It doesn't feel like work, but it is. I know it is work. I spend a lot of hours on it, but it really doesn't feel like that to me.
I'm going to do some of your work and play today with you.
Oh, you're going to be painting a smoked codfish.
What? Okay, give me my marching orders. This looks like a finished piece to me. I'm not even feeling good about touching it with a paintbrush.
Oh, it's not finished by a long shot, no.
Okay.
You're good for a couple hours there.
Okay.
And you have to outline all these black ones with white.
With white?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to put the black look in his eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty special. But here's the thing. I am a recovering perfectionist, so I'm afraid to make mistakes.
Uh-oh.
Do you ever feel like that when you're painting your pieces?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, yeah.
And what happens when you make a mistake?
I keep on going.
There's the secret to life.
Yeah, it is.
That's it, right there.
So he'll either stand like that or he'll scrounge for a light for his pipe like that.
So what is the name of this?
A smoked codfish.
Smoked codfish.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
So now,
okay.
Do you want me to get you some white paint so you could start this off?
Yeah, but you're showing a lot of trust in me.
Oh, I do trust you.
Okay, so I'm going to need you because this is a piece of your artwork. I'm like even, I don't know, intimidated about touching it. It's now going to be a piece of our artwork. I don't know.
I'll show you just a little bit.
You show me what you want.
I just want you to go. Whoops, he moved.
He moved.
Right around like that there.
Even though it was a little intimidating to start painting on Ransford's lovely fish, I very quickly relaxed into it, and I realized that he's not worrying about perfection. He's not worried about a little drop here or there. And then all of a sudden it became way more relaxing and way more fun. And that's when I started to get the idea of exactly how he feels when he's creating his art. This takes a lot of concentration.
Oh yeah, you gotta be really slow and quiet. You're allowed to talk though.
Well, I was going to say, there are people who know me who'd say, oh, that's going to be tough for her. Ransford, is it often you let people come in and help you with your work?
No, I don't. I think maybe you might be the only one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember of anybody else doing it.
Okay, well.
But I trust you.
That makes my day, makes my year. I have to say it took my breath away when Ransford said that he had never had anyone come in and paint with him and collaborate on a piece, and that I was the first. I was anticipating he'd say, oh yeah, every once in a while, The idea that I was the first person to ever be allowed to come in and paint with him and to even paint on one of his pieces, that takes my breath away. Uh-oh, I've got a couple of drips, Ransford.
It's okay. You know, I fix them up later.
Oh, I didn't mean to put so much paint on.
They call me the surgeon. I can fix up anything with my folk art.
Okay, I'm gonna need some specific instruction here because I'm terrified to do this.
I paint a little circle down around in the middle of his eye.
Okay,
Yep.
so just a solid circle, like a pupil?
Just a little line right around like that.
Oh, just
there.
a little
Yep.
line. So up on the top, sort of?
Yeah, kind of on the side. Bring it up over the top and down the other side.
Ransford, are you sure you want me to do this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got it. Look at his eyeball. He's staring straight at you.
I see. He is. And he's got blue eyes like your father.
He sure does.
So when the piece is coming together like this and you're realizing, oh, it's going to be so cool,
Yeah.
do you start thinking about where it's going to live and who is going to buy it and enjoy it?
Well, I'm hoping somebody gets it that really does like it and puts it in a place that they can smile every day with it, you know.
Ransford, you're waiting for me to finish and I won't stop.
Oh my goodness, you're really into it.
Well, it's true what you said. It makes you happy.
It does.
It makes you calm.
Now look what you got there, look.
It's so fun. How many hours a day do you spend usually?
Yesterday it was 11 hours, and I think the day before that it was 12. And I was just putting extra long hours in getting ready for the Folk Art Festival is what it was.
Yeah.
Usually about 7 or 8 hours a day. The Lunenburg Folk Art Festival I go to each year. It's a real good thing. I like going to it now. And one time I was kind of nervous, but I got used to it after a while. And now I go and have a real good time and see all my old friends that I met over the years, like, 30-some years. And it winds up to be a real good day.
He's been getting ready for the Lunenburg Folk Art Festival, which is a really big deal on the South Shore. And not only is it a gathering of folk artists, but it's also a place where the people who admire folk art just come in droves to see what's there and to buy it up as quickly as they can. It's next weekend.
Yeah.
How many more pieces will you get made before then, do you think?
I got to finish up what I got. And I got to finish my big boat there and make all the pieces for that. And I don't know, maybe one more painting.
So this big boat is going to be at the Folk Art Festival.
It's going to be on top of my backboard, with my paintings on the board.
Great. I love them so far.
I thank you so much for doing that, Nancy.
Oh, thank you so much for trusting me and
oh, yes.
really honoring me with the opportunity. They say find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I think that's true of Ransford. He was a fisherman way back in the day, but for decades now, he's been doing this work that just makes him so happy. And he is content. And isn't that what we all want to be? So Ransford is almost ready for the big event, the annual Lunenburg Folk Art Festival, and he's letting me tag along. This is a big deal for him, not only because he gets to show what he's been working on, but he also visits with other folk artists from across the province, and he reconnects with his friends, as he calls them, people who have been buying his work for decades.